I'm going to tell you guys, if you haven't noticed in the description above, that it's a little bit about like the ups and downs of pregnancy. Actually, it's mostly the downs. But when I got pregnant, I had a lot of drama happen, which is common of a teen pregnancy. But this is mostly a message out to people to girls who think having a baby keeps the guy around, and who think, you know, he's gonna marry me, he's gonna be there for me, and all that stuff. It's not always gonna happen. And you look at these girls who are married, like I'm married, and you see the pictures and you see the videos, and you think, you know, they had a good life, why can't I have that life? There's a lot more that happens that's not on camera. I will just flat out admit to all you guys that even though you see in my old videos and on my old account of my pregnancy, and you know, I'm very happy, because I was very happy. I was excited for, you know, my little baby to come. You will see that, you know, I'm happy, and I'm happy with my husband. I've always been happy with him. But what you don't see is how pregnancy and the stress of it really affected me. I had a lot of stress when I was pregnant, which is not good. You should always try to keep, you know, your life stress-free. I almost lost a bunch of friends. I don't have that many friends to begin with. I have a handful of friends, and even less than that that keep in contact with me a lot. When I was pregnant, I pushed everybody away. I was the meanest and biggest B-word you could ever imagine. I was just so angry at the world. It was really easy to get ticked off. It was towards the end of my pregnancy that I started to chill out a little bit. For instance, I have a friend who is a really good friend, and he jokes around a lot, and I couldn't handle any of his jokes. He would just joke around, and I would be, you know, I would just snap at him. I would be like, you're so immature, and then I would just yell at him and be like, you're stupid, what the heck are you talking about? You know, why would you say that? And it was just anything to tick me off. When you're married and you see these girls that are married, you think they have, you know, the perfect life. I was so mean to my husband when I was pregnant. I was probably, I don't even know how he dealt with me. I don't even know how anybody could deal with someone like me when I was pregnant. I freaking yelled at him for no reason. I would walk in and he would just be sitting on the couch, and I would be like yelling at him that he's not going to provide for me. He's a lazy bum. He's a nobody. I would say the most horrible stuff to him, and I regret ever saying any of that stuff. I would come home and just start yelling for no reason. I would be like, I have a stressful day, and I would just take it out all on him. Okay, when you get pregnant, you know, you have to grow up. Well, guys mature a lot slower than girls. And my husband used to be a really big slob. He's a lot better now. He cleans up better than I do. We just got married and we moved in. He would walk into the house and just drop his clothes and just leave them there. And I would get so mad over it. And I mean, anybody would get mad over that, but I would just scream and yell. And I don't know how he did it, but he never screamed or yelled back at me. He would always hold it in and walk away. Or he would say, you know, hey, stop. And he would always say it in firm voice. But he never yelled at me. Our fights got so bad because I made him feel like such crap, and I gave him so much crap that we had really bad fights. Like, I got almost violent with him. That's how bad it was. But he never got violent with me. He always walked away. He always tried to let me cool off. It makes you realize, you know, that you really don't know what you have until, you know, you're on the verge of losing it. I almost lost a good friend who was like a sister to me, who I recently made up with because I was so brainwashed, I would say, because so many people were telling me what to do. I had no decisions to make of my own, it felt like. So I just closed the world off. I had my mom telling me, you know, that she was going to steal my husband away, she was a druggie, she's going to bring me down, she's going to had me, my marriage is going to crumble because of her. I had my godfather telling me that my husband was a deadbeat. He called him a piece of crap, and I don't cuss, so I'm saying, so crap, what's the other word? I had many people telling me what to do. I couldn't make any choices on my own, and it really sucked. So I just blocked her out, and I didn't talk to her, and I was so mean that I would say crap about anybody behind their back. I don't even know why I did it. I even talked crap about my husband, which was stupid. I don't even know why. I talked crap about my good friend. I talked crap about my friend who was like a sister to me. I talked crap about everybody, and I recently got back to my normal self, who is never the type of person to do that. I never gossip. I never talk bad about people. I just don't do that because it's completely wrong. And when I got pregnant and my hormones changed and the stress and everything, I just became a different person. And after a while, after having Travis, I was really on edge because I couldn't even make the choices to mother my own child. It was so insane. Everything I did was wrong in my family's eyes. They said I did everything wrong. They were like, we're trying to help. And I understand when you're trying to help. Mothering to me came really natural, and I took really good care of him. I researched everything beforehand. I was super, super overprotective with him. I am a lot more lenient with him. I just freaking stand up and say, hey, this is how I want it done. This is my kid. I've been raising him. There's nothing wrong with him. He is a freaking healthy, happy baby. So if you would just do what I've been doing, it would make me feel a lot better. Because he's my child. Because you're older and you've had kids before doesn't mean that I want my kid to turn out just the way you want them to. When I got pregnant and I had all this crap going on, I blocked out the world, and I never went into a depression or anything like that. I always talked to my husband, but it just made me realize recently how much I hated everything. The world was over for me because I couldn't even make my own choices, and every time I got someone involved, I tried to listen to my mom. It would just make my marriage worse. What you guys have to realize is when you get married, or when you move out, or whenever you become a mom, your parents tell you stuff, and from the get-go you want to believe everything your parents say because they will tell you stuff so you feel safe. Not everything they tell you is the truth. Not everything your parents say is obviously going to be true, but as a kid you realize, hey, they probably are smarter than me, and I was one of those kids that I believed everything my mom told me. And I took every single advice she ever gave me, but recently I have chosen to not listen to a lot of advice she has given me because I have found that some of the advice has made me and my husband on the verge of separating, just because my mom's views are so different than mine. Realize, you have to become your own person, and you have to grow up and not listen to everything your parents tell you because you are an adult, and you need to say, this is the way I am, and I'm just not going to listen. You don't have to say it to their face. You don't have to call them out. All you have to do is say, okay, and just still do what you want, because of the fact that they will go on and on and on until you listen to them because they're your parents. And once they lose that feeling of control and wanting to just protect you, they're not trying to control you and make you their own little robot, they're just trying to do what's best for you. Then once they start to lose that, they realize they're losing their baby. They spent 18 years on you, or 16 or 17 or however long. They become desperate, and they'll do some stupid stuff, and they'll regret it later and realize, hey, I should have let you just make your own choices and just supported you, and if you were making some bad choices, I would mention it, but I would never force you to listen to me and have to do what I say. If you're pregnant and you're stressed out, don't freak out on it too much. Try and remember that there are people who are trying to help you and they're doing what they think is best, but don't, close them out, because you can actually risk a chance of losing some really good people. So, if you guys are wondering, me and my husband don't fight, anymore, really. We only have these tiny little arguments, and it'll be like, go change the baby. It'll be like, go feed the baby. It's not really a fight, it's just because it'll be usually early in the morning, and we're like, freaking, like, tapping each other's back, like, you go get the baby, and then he'll hit me. Well, not hit me, but he'll tap me and go, no, you go get the baby. So, we are completely fine now. There is no fighting, if you consider that fighting. You don't know. So, if you think you're, like, a horrible person because of how you're acting while you're pregnant, don't worry about it. You'll probably go back to normal. I still get a little short-tempered with stuff, but I don't get to the point where I'm freaking screaming and throwing stuff and, attacking people and just closing myself out. The really good thing with my husband was the fact that he was a really good listener, and he made me talk to him. He would not let me leave the room and not talk to him eventually. After I cooled off, he would not let me leave unless I talked to him. He would not stop annoying me unless I talked to him. So for you guys, if there are guys out there watching and they have a psycho girlfriend, wife, whatever, just let them talk to you. I mean, all you have to do is sit there and listen, and you don't even have to give advice or anything. But if you have a wife that's like, talk to me, then you might want to start thinking of some things to say to her, or else she's going to get even more mad at you. Because we're girls, and sometimes we feel like we're not being heard, even though you're sitting there listening to us. We like good listeners. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to go in the description and like my Facebook to keep up to date with me and Travis, and me and my husband. I sometimes put him in the page, but mostly it's for Travis because he's our little star. I also have a FORMSPRING if you guys want to ask me any questions, and I have an Instagram, which is all the same name. It's all PaolaPolkadot. I also have a KEEK, which has some videos that I don't post on YouTube because they're just short little crazy videos. Also, don't forget to subscribe below. I have a really bad cough. And I have not been able to get rid of it. So yeah, I will see you guys later, and yeah, I hope you guys all have a really good day and a really happy pregnancy if you are pregnant and soon to be a teen mom, or a mommy in general, because we're all the same. Just, some are older, some are younger. So, I will see you guys later. Bye.